Welcome to my world. 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 We recently did the big freezer out in the dining area. Now we're going to take care of this little freezer. If you're new, look for that subscribe button, smash on it for cleaning and decluttering and organization videos. There's a wide variety of videos linked in my description box down below, so check them out. We're going to open up the freezer and take a look and see how bad it looks in there. Remove everything, wipe it out if needed, and then place everything back in categories or grouped like items if possible. Here's what the inside of the freezer looks like. Everything is going to come completely out, as I said, and we're going to wipe it all down and then put it back in by category and groups of like items without any bins, because bins are nice and everything, but in this type of freezer it just doesn't work, and it just adds to the clutter, and people just shove things in the bins that don't belong, and it just gets aggravating. And anything that's been in the freezer for a really, really long time is a good time to get rid of it. Let's get started. Hey everybody, we are decluttering and organizing once again within my videos for the channel here at Let Us Eat. Thank you for checking this out and clicking on our link. We're taking care of the little freezer above the refrigerator today. Now that everything's out of the door, we're going to wipe it down. Granted, we just got this about a month ago from the landlord. It's brand new. We're still going to wipe it out anyway because things fall out of bags and containers, and you don't want any little food crumbs in there frozen or stuck to the freezer. So just take your sponge and wipe it out. Just hot water will do the trick. No real food stains in here or anything. Like I said, it's practically brand new. Then we'll put everything back in an organized fashion. Now let's get that stuff back in the door here. I'm going to work around and play with it before I have a final thoughts on how things are going to go in here. That is my bags of bones for bone broth soup. I make a lot of bone broth chicken soup in the wintertime. I'm going to put a lot of produce and fruit down here on the bottom, hot dogs, sausages up on the top, and ice cream down on the bottom, and just kind of play with it. Anything opened, take care of it right away. Put it into a Ziploc bag or any kind of container so you can seal it, and then you don't get freezer burn or go bad. And that way it doesn't get tossed all over your freezer and it stays put. Also, like loose bananas, take care of those and put them into a Ziploc bag. And check your ice cream if it feels like it's empty. See how hard it is. If it's super hard, just get rid of it because it's no good anymore. This is the Turkey Hill, and it's the cookies and cream Triopolitan. It was absolutely awesome. It is very hard on the inside, so we're just going to discard it and get rid of it and make more room in the freezer. Anything you're going to take out of your freezer and thaw for the next few days, you can do that now too if you meal plan. I have my Ziploc bag. You put the peas in here, and I try to make sure there's no air. And then I'm starting a bag for the bananas because I went through most of my other bananas from baking during the holiday season. And that way I can use these for egg substitutes because the price of eggs, they're about $4 in my area. Mayonnaise is about $5. I'm in upstate, but downstate, wow. Now we're going to take care of the shelves in the freezer. So I put a few more things in the door here. I don't even know why that Gatorade was in the freezer, but we're going to take it out completely. Just start grabbing whatever you can and putting it on all your available counter surfaces. When you're doing a freezer project, it's good to have all your counter space empty of clutter so you have room to put all the food out. That way you can go through all your food, organize it, and categorize it, and declutter it. And what I mean by declutter it, remove anything that's old or freezer burned or it's been in there longer than the expiration date, or things that you're not going to eat, you can donate them to the food pantry with a good expiration date on them. Then once everything is out of the freezer, I'm going to work on that little shelf that you see there, because the people that put it in didn't do it correctly. And I'm going to lift it up after I wipe everything out with all the shelves and get that chicken out of here, so we can get the shelf up one more level and make more room for my freezer, because there's no room on the bottom as you see there. It even barely fits the bottles. So I struggle with it for about a minute, but then I figure out how to get it out of there, and then I lift it up and put it up one. It's like an oven when you take an oven rack out. It was installed. The people put the shelves down too low, and I knew it came out, and I figured out how to do it, and I lifted it up. So now I have more room on that bottom shelf for much needed storage. Let's get everything put back in groups like items and categorized. Any open bags, get them closed up. Now we're going to put everything back by category and the shelves. That door's just going to shut every time I walk away from it. There's no way to keep it open. I'm going to put my pizza up on the top, and I'm going to put pork and ground beef down on the bottom. The whole chicken's going to stay in the upper left. I'm going to be getting a turkey gifted to me, so that's going to go up on the top shelf. And I put things randomly wherever, and then I just play with it and organize it. I found some open French fries, and I grabbed another bag of open French fries and concealed them into the one bag, so you don't have French fries bouncing all around your freezer and they get freezer burn, because it's just wasting your food if you don't take care of it and conceal it properly. My husband puts clips on them like a bag of chips, and that's just not working, because French fries still spill out all over the freezer and make a mess, and you want to keep them concealed so they don't get freezer burned. My back's going to be turned to you for quite a bit during this clip. I apologize for that. Towards the end of the video, you will see a final view of how everything looks within the freezer. Final look. It really needed revamping. I'll be able to meal plan easier. We just got meats on the top shelf and produce that's frozen down here, and some ice cream. I know I have ground beef and pork here. Our fries are there, my frozen pizza, we got bacon, a steak, which is a one to broil, whole chicken, and then some frozen goods in a frozen container that my husband put in here. And I know where everything is, and I can meal plan better. And for your freezer to work at its fullest potential, try to have it as packed as possible. If you can put empty jugs filled with water in it, it'll act as ice blocks and keep your freezer performing at its fullest potential. I'm going to be putting some extra food in here later today and getting it filled up as much as I can. For this video, we took care of the freezer behind me. Just recently I did the big freezer, so check that video out in my Clean with Me playlist down below for cleaning, organizing, and decluttering videos. I can meal plan better. We have a playlist down below. We do rotation days with themed nights to make things easy and stress-free, and you can plan up to 2 months that way. If you're new, smash on that subscribe board. We do giveaways every 100 subscribers. We're looking for 15 people to give out one 5-item surprise pack from Dollar Tree or a gift card. The information's linked down below. We're not responsible for lost or stolen prizes by mail. We now have a newsletter. That information is also down below with my email address, countryboots1268@yahoo.com. Thank you for your continuing ongoing support. Our social sites are also linked down below with all of those playlists. Happy decluttering. Get your life in check for a better state of mind. Happy holidays from Lettuce.